episode of Swamp Stories. For this video, we dive into a story that I'm surprised no one has covered.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there.
May not be aware of. But hey, that's why I'm here to break down the history, how it started, and what's currently going on in the streets of New York.
Another homer. That's his 7th home run of the series, and they close the gap. It's 5-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet.
However, these aren't your typical American suburbs, at least not today. The area I'm talking about is everything east of Queens, which is known as Long Island.
Well, he went up there, looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
For those who wanted a peaceful life, the area was mostly home to NYPD, firemen, teachers, and most blue-collar jobs. So while it wasn't exactly wealthy, it definitely was quiet and peaceful. I kid you not, Suffolk and Nassau counties virtually had zero crime for decades.
The next twin up to hit.
It always served as the affordable escape from the wild streets of New York City.
Grounder might be
today,
2.
things have become the total
Slings to second, and it's a double
play.
play.
Safe, and Long Island is where everything is going down. In fact, the formerly safe suburbs are now some of the most dangerous places anyone can be. Police attribute this to
just off the outside edge.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
Line
drive, come on.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some
certainly not the reason they lost this game. 2 homers on the day.
No question, he was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort.
A lot of chaos. Well, a couple years after their formation, another crew of Salvadorians formed as well. This would be the infamous 18th Street, and as you would expect, these guys became major rivals. According to LAPD, these two were by far the most feared in Los Angeles. Well, throughout the 80s and 90s, as MS-13 and 18th Street members would go back to El Salvador, it began spreading like a wildfire. Quickly, the two sides took over the country, and it's been like that ever since. Okay, at this point, you may be thinking, what does this have to do with New York? But just hold on, trust me. For whatever reason, starting in the 2000s, Long Island became a major destination for Salvadorians. The vast majority of these families came over to work hard and lead productive lives. But at the same time, quite a few MS members came over as well. Throughout the first few years, they established multiple MS cliques on Long Island. And right off the bat, they got into a major rivalry with the infamous Latin Kings. I actually covered this in a previous video. But in this video, we focus on the current generation where things are infinitely worse. And here's how it all began. Around the year 2013, 18th Street members began popping up on Long Island. This was bad news for the community because MS was not too thrilled. Once their national leader named Paco heard of this, he wanted them to send a message. 18th Street does not belong on Long Island. This is our territory.
One down. So up now for Chicago.
18th Street members were now in imminent danger. Even being seen with an 18th Street member would put your life at risk. And that takes us to our first story.
The curve misses outside.
The story begins with a young man named Oscar Acosta. Oscar was born and raised in El Salvador and had deep family ties to MS-13.
Down and in.
However, during
last
his
two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That's exactly what they did, as Oscar's parents got jobs and he enrolled in school.
Man at first, one away.
Though he spoke no English, which was definitely a challenge. However, once he got to Brentwood High, he became friends with 2 teenagers in the same situation. Oscar and his new friends would hang out in high school and would even remain best friends after graduation in 2014. Now, this may sound all good and dandy until you hear the unfortunate
swing and a ground ball to Bill. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Of their respective sides, what they were doing was far against the rules. Well, for the first
second and third, one gone. Down to third baseman, Patrick Wisdom.
The leaders called on the Sailors clique of MS.
Kicks and fires. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there.
Undercover members told to meet up with him to make a deal.
He powers that one out of here. and they take the lead. It's 3-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games.
Sailors member meets up with Oscar in a remote parking lot near the woods. The man and Oscar talk in their car. Two Sailors members creep up from behind. These will be Nelson Argueta and Jairo Saez. Together they
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back
That's
there.
when they make their devastating decision. Oscar would not be found for a while.
A gigantic blast. His 26th of the year, it's 5-zip. And the streak is alive. He's homered now in 7 straight.
Who does this guy think he is, Joey Votto or something? Man, that's ridiculous.
Each night, Maria Arias leaves her Brentwood home, going from business to business, neighbor to neighbor.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was.
And now the right fielder, Clark Elliott.
Maria says she can't sleep, wondering what happened to her son.
Left-hand hitter waits. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Swanson to second, there's one.
The only
And it's a double play to end the inning. One hit, one left.
The Sailors members. Well, everything remained unsolved for quite a few months. However, the MS leaders began getting paranoid, believing that a member named Jose Pena was going to snitch.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a
Jose
knock.
became the target of his own crew.
They get it in quickly. So first and second, down 1 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And a pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Hey, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out with the bases loaded. That's good pitching right there.
This one in the air, right field. Elliott flashes the leather on the running catch.
First week of October, police began scouring through the woods.
So the lineup flips over. Yuri Ruiz up next for the A's. And a pitch. That's the third, and that squirts through. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in, and into second with one away. That's a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself.
Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit.
They explained that this is
for 3, 2 singles, and a homer.
For 2 reasons. Number 1, the majority of people involved do not have American addresses, making it extremely hard to locate them.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps he's going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Corners are occupied with 2 down.
Conference MS would strike again. The MS leaders were focused on any 18th Street members who are
swing and a ball lifted left field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Pulls him to third safely, and a run comes in to score. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Patrick Wisdom. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Whips it to first on the run. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
They arrive at his house and he hops in the car. The members then pretend to be his friend as they head down Highway 27. They keep going for 40 minutes until...
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third. Fires it to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they extend their lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Signs would go up all over the Central Island area.
Oh, look at the stop. Gathers and throws. There's one.
The
The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the...
This wasn't their first, second, third.
One out, bases loaded. And next for the Cubs, Toby Hickey. He's already homered in this game.
October 13th, 2016. It's a regular Thursday afternoon in Brentwood.
And it goes just foul.
While cruising down the street, they notice a man in a red t-shirt. This would be a random 34-year-old
all loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
The Science brothers had recently gotten
nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
Stop the car, hop out, and walk up to it without saying a single word.
Next pitch misses. 2-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Was a regular upstanding citizen.
And here it comes.
Sadly, though, the Science brothers did not care.
Now pop up on the infield. And the infield fly rule call.
2017. It's an early afternoon in the city of Central Island, located right east of Brentwood.
One gone runner at first. Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered here in this one.
Esteban wears his favorite football jersey, Peyton Manning, number 18. Well, coincidentally, the Science brothers walk in the deli behind him.
Swing and deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite.
Look at each other, nod, and walk back to the car. They then grab their tool and walk back into the deli.
A massive home run. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 21-4. Singing, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he has really seen the ball well in this one.
So after this incident, they funded a major investigation into MS. After tracking phone records, they were able to tie the Science brothers to all kinds of incidents.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
The Science brothers and 5 Sailors associates were arrested for dozens of incidents. This was great news for Long Island. Police were definitely proud. However, they had left someone very important.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Raised in El Salvador, but moved to Brentwood, New York as a teenager. Growing up, Lenise's family was full of MS members, so naturally that's the path she took. During her high school years, Lenise became an official member of the Sabres MS-13. Over the years, she gained a reputation as one of the most feared MS members. She was known as the type of member who takes the smallest incident way too far. And that takes us to March of 2017. Scrolling through Instagram, Lenise saw something that she didn't like. She saw a picture of 4 young men throwing up what looks to be MS signs. The only problem was that the picture was tagged in Brentwood and she had never seen them before. So Lenise screenshotted the picture and sent it to the MS leaders. Nobody knew who they were, and this made Lenise's blood boil. The man agreed and his friends were excited to make this happen. The day finally comes, April 11th, 2017. It's a Tuesday evening and the 4 young men are excited to link with Lenise and her friends. So the guys get ready and she drops her location at the Central Island Park. At 6 p.m., the 4 guys drive out to the location expecting a great time. They arrive to the park and it's just Lenise by herself. Strange, but maybe her friends are on the way. So the 4 guys get out of the car and walk up to greet Lenise. Once they approach her, 12
the next
members come out of the bushes. They then direct the 4 men into the woods. Lenise and the MS members surround them and make their decision.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there.
This occurred just a month after the previous takedown, and the community was furious.
He sends it out of here. And the Cubs have the lead now. It's 1-0. 8 straight games with a home run.
They'll tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive.
When the specifics hit the news, it was one of the most shocking things that Long Island had ever seen. On top of this, it made the mainstream news, which put major pressure on the DA to close the case.
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the nerd herd at StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit them much farther than that, Boo. Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and he really showed us something.
Runner on at first with one gone. And next is the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Justin Vacura, Jefferson Villalobos, Michael Lopez Benega, and George Tigre into the woods. Phone conversations between Escobar and her high-ranking
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And that's a double.
No, I did it myself. I did it myself. So ahora me toca a mí. In those calls, Escobar
Really shot that.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Toby Hickey.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that one fouled off.
But on a positive note, after these two takedowns, things began to really slow down on Long Island. However, dealing with MS-13 is like a giant game of
And a foul ball.
Take down one click, and boom, another pops up out of nowhere. In this case, MS-13 began popping up in the Elmhurst neighborhood
And
of
a pitch.
Queens. Historically, Elmhurst was
Fly
controlled
ball
by the
down the
Elmhurst
line.
Lion Kings.
Nobody can
So
get
when
there, and it's a
MS
foul
moved in, they
ball.
knew that this is who they needed to deal with. Headed by a man named Oscar Flores, MS began
Close
searching
one,
the area
doesn't
for
get the
Kings
call.
members.
Ball one.
Well, they
Caught a
couldn't
break
find
right there.
anyone.
Pretty good pitch in the outside corner.
Something on social media. A local young man in Queens who had just gotten
And a seed into center, that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the
also
inning.
signify anything else. The young man in the picture is Andy Peralta, a senior ready to graduate from Newton High School.
And up next for
Andy was
Chicago,
a back
Patrick
line
Wisdom.
member, simply liked the aesthetic of the tattoo. But because Andy was located in
And that's ball
Elmhurst,
four.
Oscar assumed that he was a member. So when
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Andy pretending to want to be his friend.
Here's the
From
0-2.
there, they built a relationship, and
That one is lifted in the air. Wilson under it. Drops into the glove. Runner tags up for third. Save!
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
Runners at the corners here. One away. Luke Raley getting ready to hit. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning.
Celebrating what he had done. He even posted a picture of the news article and put celebration
mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
The madness would continue. Oscar's click was locked in on taking the Elmhurst area from the Lion
Fought off
Kings.
foul.
In the fall of
Hickey
2018,
in his second season, just 19 years old. And he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. And a foul ball.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
0-2 now. Line drive to short and caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoke, but needed a little more.
One down. Brian Noda up next for the A's.
Happened to be wearing a yellow shirt. This was yet another story of mistaken identity. The two members responsible would
On the ground, two ball.
just yet. However,
There's
the next
one.
incident would be led by two separate men, and the target would not be a member of
And
the
that's
Lion
two.
Kings, rather the good old 18th Street.
One hit in. So up now for Chicago, Toby Hickey. He's already homered in this game.
Was waiting for the train at the 90th Street station. At 2:30 p.m., the 7 train finally arrived.
And that one fouled off with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But that's when one of the MS members trips him and they both pounce on top. Directly after doing
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite.
Letting Queens know who's in town. Once this broke the news, everyone was terrified.
Another homer.
Except for one man
He's
in
done it
particular.
again.
This would be
His
Abel
second
Bosso's
homer of the
brother, who
game.
was destined
And now
to
they're
get
out front.
revenge.
It's 5-4. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time.
numbers he can find. At 12:36 p.m., he spots an MS member on 103rd and Roosevelt, so he instantly hops out and sprints across the street.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? And a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working, powers that fastball out of here.
In a major way, but 3 days later, Misael Massa would be arrested, pretty much putting an end to that. Instead, the Queens MS would engage in something very strange.
Here's Miguel Andujar.
September 6, 2020. It's a Sunday morning and two MS members wake up after a long night out. The previous night, the two
lays down a bunt to the right side,
which led to an altercation at the club.
They apply the tag, and the runner moves up to second.
Best of Oscar Hernandez, and after waking up, Oscar Hernandez is not too happy.
No outs, runner at first. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Miguel Andujar.
p.m. he finally comes to his conclusion. He drives to Eric Lodge's house and decides to wait for him outside.
Fired to second, throw to first, but he beat it.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth.
On to extra innings. And here's the first baseman, Toby Hickey.
Eric finally finds a parking spot on Parsons Boulevard.
All right, one time.
Muller back to work.
Looks at his friend.
Popped in the air, left side. Under it.
Oscar Hernandez
Makes the grab. One away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing. Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras.
It's couple years.
Pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
Introduce you to Garrison Hernandez, a feared MS member in El Salvador prison. Garrison was feared in El Salvador, but now he wanted to make a name for himself in New York. It all began on July 13th, 2022. It's a random Wednesday afternoon, and Garrison is driving around Uniondale looking for
Toby
18th Street or Latin Kings members. After driving around for an hour, he can't find anyone. Then at 3 p.m., he notices a man in a gray sweatshirt sitting at Uniondale Park. He believes the man is
in the
18th
center.
Street, so he instantly calls up his
Butler
friends and
sizing
tells
this
them to
one
meet
up.
him there. At 3:25, his friends arrive and
there's two
together they
down.
walk up to the man. And without even saying a word, Garrison makes his decision. As it turns out, Walter was not a member of 18th Street. He was simply getting air before going to work. The terrible incident was a bad sign.
That one at triple digits.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Garrison Hernandez is in line at a Hempstead McDonald's. He
throw to
orders and
first,
he sits down at the
and two
counter
away
to
now.
wait for his food. As he's staring out the window, he
So
notices
one out
a
with
man
two
in a
aboard.
gray shirt riding
Tyler
a skater.
Soderstrom
His
up
eyes
next for the
instantly
A's.
light up as he believes the man is a
Two on,
member of
one
18th
out.
Street. So he instantly hops up and
Hit on the
runs into
ground might be
parking
two.
lot without saying
Over
a
to
single
Bush.
word.
There's one. And that's
This
two.
was yet another case of mistaken identity.
They get a run on two hits, no errors,
And after this string of events, police decided to contact the FBI to open a
He can
major
get through this one.
investigation.
Put up a
with the
0.
help of
This will
Homeland
help
Security,
in his
local
outings to
police,
come.
The FBI and the DA, they
And
made
that one
sure to
almost
get
hit
this
him.
done.
Straighten him up a
Months
little
and
bit.
months, they investigated everything they could until they built a major case. On May 21st, 2023, 22 MS members were arrested for incidents dating
Swinging a
back to
deep drive.
2016.
This one's got a
The biggest
chance.
name
Way
in the
back
indictment
there,
is the
and boom
MS-13
goes the dynamite.
national leader. This would be a dangerous man named Edilson Velasquez Lorin, also known as
That was blasted to the moon. Home run number 30 on the year, and they boost their lead. It's
level. So taking him down
9
is a major
consecutive
deal.
games
But
with a home
actually,
run.
the indictment
They'll
was
just
the
dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him.
Have American addresses. It's really hard to find out where they are. So within the first week, only 8 of the 22 members
It's like he's playing
were
wiffle
actually
ball
found.
up there,
Even
and
after
that's
searching
typically not
family
the easiest
residences,
way to hit a
police could
home
not
run.
locate
The
the
slight
national leader
opposite
pop.
field
But
into
then
the
they
gap.
found him in
Man,
the
making it look easy, that's for sure.
Traveling across the country with his family, Paco's driver gets pulled over for following a car too closely. During the stop, police actually had
Toby
no idea
Hickey
who he
digs in
is,
now.
and somehow
He's already homered here in this one.
through it all.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. A gigantic blast. His sixth of the series, and they add a pair. It's 9-1.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
And now the first baseman, Toby Hickey, looking for his third home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his second of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. The Cubbies up big in this one here in the third and final game of the series. A little bit low. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up. These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Man at first with one gone, and up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. The kick and the pitch, runner goes, and ball 4 to aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now the left fielder, Luke Raley. Right side on Duhar. Flips it, that's one. Double play. What a swing killing to end the inning.
So this is a nice sweep. Good way to finish this series. You're heading to another city for another one. Got to maintain the same focus. Whatever you were doing in this city, make sure you're doing the same thing in the next one. Eat the same thing, sleep the same way, get to the ballpark at the same time.
Actually mind blown about how calm everyone was. The DOJ claims that that man is one of the most dangerous men in all of America. And in the indictment, they actually say that he ordered many of the events in this story. Well, after this major takedown, let's hope that things get better in the state of New York. Interestingly enough, the president of
Cameraman, specializing in crime scenes.
Tonight will be another night of shootings and fires, and hopefully not any death, but typically in this business, that's what happens.
He hopes there are no deaths, but he's dialed into the police frequencies, and death and injury are his bread and butter. Chicago has one of the highest murder rates in the U.S. Another shootout just broke out on the south side.
Hey, Chris, where you at?
Paulie has to hurry before the ambulances takes the bodies away.
Sure. You're walking into the middle of an investigation. Just let us figure things out. No, I'm just trying to stand on your side of the tape here. Just stay here. As always.
There are heavy casualties, 3 wounded. The shooters were targeting a rival gang. 2 passers-by have been hit.
Typical in terms of the shooting itself. It's because it's random. You know, they're going after one targeted person, but they're hitting everybody in the area with gunfire.
Paulie's been covering Chicago violence for 20 years, and he's never short of work. A dozen shootings occur every day.
It's no different than being in Afghanistan. You know, explosive devices and things like
So
that.
2 down. Here's
serious. This is
some real power at the plate. Toby Hickey. That one not close, and it's 1-0. Home team down a run here in game one of this three-game set. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
The scene is still fresh. Two new victims of the Chicago Streets tonight.
And next for the Cubs, Patrick Wisdom.
The other hit twice in the chest.
2 outs. Runner on the move. Boots it.
Victim's cousin shows up on the scene.
And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Stepping in, Seiya Suzuki.
The neighbors are all out, woken up by the shots and screams.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And it drops in. Here's the throw, and he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Comes through with the RBI.
Wouldn't chase that time.
One of the targets was a gang member. His crew was in the house when the shooting happened.
The Astros up by a run here in the last half of the third.
You can't even enjoy a nice night on your front porch without gun.
And another ball.
Called to the scene, the victim's mother is in shock. Shattered families, shootings. It's daily.
And now 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Kicks and fires. Line to left. And that's a fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe. And it's second and third with nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Just a few blocks away.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. One runs in. Runner stops at third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
His political stripes, working as a community organizer on the city's south side.
The 1-1.
Racked with poverty.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sneaks through, base hit. Runner from third, in to score. It's 3-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
Over 600 gangs are caught up in an endless war. Of those, 2 ultra-violent gangs clash.
First pitch misses.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting his swings and missing.
That one ripped right center field. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
To end gang reprisals.
Ground ball up the middle is Enzo. On the first, inning over, and it could have been worse.
Deployed against gang violence.
So 2 on, but 2 away. Now here is Chaz McCormick. So the tying run is second. On the ground, Swanson.
War has decimated the gangs, but more and more now, it's also creating civilian casualties.
Throws across the diamond, and that is the inning. 2 left for the Astros.
On the other end of town,
Toby will hit next. 3 for 3, double twice and single. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a
swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there.
It feels like the 20s. The old gangster look. Fake bullet holes
A gigantic blast. And they tap one on the board. It's 5-2. Saying he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
He earned the city its reputation as capital of crime. It's a star attraction. The tour sells out every day.
Well, Singy, you know I'm a member of the Nerd Herd, and these are the moments I really appreciate StatCast the most. We need to know how far that one flew.
Well, I'll tell you, over 500 feet, Boog, and that's just insane. And I know we're seeing more and more power in today's game, but we just almost never see something. After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Toby, the next cup to hit.
As we move away from the downtown, majestic buildings give way to
First offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty.
The population is mostly black, and unemployment is at 50%. The worst in the
Liner,
country.
and that should be extra bases.
Strangers aren't
Now he'll
welcome
turn
here,
for second.
and they don't dare come without protection.
And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Ex-Marine Rudy
Patrick
and his
Wisdom,
colleague
the next
Hal,
cup to
a
hit.
former policeman, are on a mission. The soldier
The
kept old
pitch.
habits from the war in Kosovo.
Ripped to
His
short.
gun always within reach.
Slings it across. That's the inning.
The bodyguard's
Scoreless
client
after
is this
one.
woman.
And we're
She's
back.
not a star.
Now it's the second baseman,
Not a
Jose
politician.
Altuve.
Just a nurse on her way
Puts
to
a
work.
bunt down,
In
right
this
side.
town, a suitcase of medicine and a laptop
And he
are
handles
enough
it
to make her
himself
a
for the
target.
out.
Perhaps he rushed just a little bit, didn't set the aim.
You need a security there? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Most definitely.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Like you said, anything can happen at any given time.
She could get mugged.
Wouldn't chase that time.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Out to short. And there's 2 down.
They shut people like that?
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keep.
Go ahead run on base. Jose Abreu up to hit. And a pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. Over to Swanson. He turns it. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Their direction, Roseland, in the south of Chicago. One of the city's most dangerous neighborhoods. In the past 7 months, these streets have seen over 50 people killed and injured by bullets.
Not close with that one. 1-0.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
That one misses in the dirt. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Best not to attract attention in this neighborhood.
A little bit low. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep shot. Way back there.
Still one straight to the Western Patience.
A massive home run. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
The proof is this young man. He suffered an accident just a few blocks from here. He's 33 years old.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And up next for Chicago, Toby Hickey. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Just to argue about what?
Just,
Yeah.
got blew up to something.
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. That was blasted to the moon. His second home run of the game. It's 3-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
More than 600 gangs are concentrated in the west and south of the city. Latent kings, vice lords, gangster
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. That was that fastball out of here.
Videos on the internet celebrating victories or declaring.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling. It's not going to last all.
Everyday scene on the south side of Chicago.
Toby King, the next Cub to hit.
The man in blue exits the store into a Quickie Mart parking lot. A man in a red shirt walks up with a gun hidden in his vest.
Ball one there.
Ball one, no strike.
His partner arrives in gray. Gun out, they open fire. The target
Just
goes
missed.
and
He's
returns
clearly
fire.
trying to work him away here. Both pitches off
men
the
trade
plate. If
bullets
you
at
really
close
want to put the
range.
ball in play, you're going to have to
Just a few
stay back
seconds,
and
three
drive it to the
shots have
opposite
been
field.
fired. By miracle, the man in blue escapes. He takes off in his car as nothing happened.
Next pitch is outside.
Controlling this surge of violence is a serious challenge for the police. 9th District Precinct in the
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there.
6 p.m. David and Leo go on duty. They wear bulletproof vests, machine
So he
guns,
goes yard
and
to
Smith &
left.
Wesson at the hip.
That's his 4th home run of the series. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Police patrol the area to try to prevent reprisal attacks.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
The young man appears harmless.
Now, Pat.
But Leo and David take no risks. Their guns drawn.
And the slider just misses.
He didn't have shorts on. He had jeans, but he didn't have the jean shorts.
Who's the wrong suspect? But there's still a man walking around with a gun in his belt.
And another ball.
Leo
When you
and
get ahead in the
David have to
count, there's no
prevent
doubt that
neighborhood
the success
gangs
rate
if they
goes
don't
up,
want
and
the
that's what he's
situation
been
to
doing. It's
escalate.
made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
They wear the white blue. You'll see a lot of these guys wearing baby
Righty
blue.
delivers. Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite.
You see the guys with shirt always have
Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 3-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
Their rivals, the 2-6 gang, on the next street over.
You see that bunny right there? That's the 2-6.
And the
Leo
batter
and
now,
David are on
Jake
the boundary between
Myers.
two gangs.
Still only one out here in the inning.
On this wall, the rival 2-6s declared war on the Latin
Hard
Saints.
grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Logo or sign or something. They'll put it down.
Quick
We'll show you
throw
game members
back
that
in.
have,
Lead
like,
runner
halos
holds
that
at
have
second with
upside
one
down.
gone.
A couple of hits in a row for him here.
A little farther, in the next neighborhood,
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And that one is lifted in the air. Squeezes it. Runner tagging for third. Now he decides against it, and he's back in at second.
On his arm, he has the La Raza Nation sign.
So up next, Toby Hickey. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Their rivals and make them easy targets. 3 bullets in the
Out
leg.
front and foul to the left side. And he deals.
This is what happens when you win this.
In the air to left down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball.
Here, gang members rarely live past the age of 25.
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And boom goes the dynamite.
Those aren't just empty words.
And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And the Cubs have the lead now. It's 4-3.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
Despite police presence, these neighborhoods are very drug supermarkets.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well. But with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good.
We may have had... Like this woman in the red t-shirt, who's addicted to crack. Upstairs, she and her partner get high up to 10 times a day.
On top old smoke.
After just one hit, the woman cannot even talk. At $10 a hit, she spends $5,000 a month on crack. To get money, she's willing to do anything.
I sell dick, I sell pussy, I wash cars, I sell snow, I pick up candy, I do it all. I sell sunshine like the winter time. It'll take your body, your mind, and your soul. Your kids, everything else. It's my escape from reality.
As she escapes reality, the gangs stuff their pockets. And every night, they kill each other over these millions of dollars in sales. This
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. He flexes his power with that swing. His 38th of the year, and the Cubs have the lead now. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
He was in the back window. Yes, I was walking my dogs. I just took my dogs out.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
That's a ball where when they were shot, must have ricocheted and hit the car.
On the ground.
Are already long gone.
And it gets by
As in
him.
most cases, Leo and David have no hope of catching them. One thing is sure, though. This attack will be revenged.
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Makes the catch for the end.
They number 12,000 against 100,000 gang members. And when the authorities arrest them...
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Every day, 200 new prisoners arrive.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it.
Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Ground ball, left side.
Over half of them
in plenty of time to first, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the outfit.
Identifying them upon arrival.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
Are rarely allowed
Toby
in the jail
Hickey, the next Cub to hit.
Could ignite at any time. That's what happened just recently.
Officers rushed to Tier 2B as people and folks gang.
A fight between
and the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Hard hit to third, and now 2 gone.
2 prisoners wounded in the shoulder and another in the stomach. Sergeants Manos and Olivia were hired to prevent this kind of violence. They've been working here for 20 years.
This one high in the air to left center. Taylor drifts towards it. Hauls it in to end the inning.
Prisoners arrive. We are ordered to step aside.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. 2 runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4.
The action, I want you to stay close to it.
Grounder might be 2. Beats the second, out there. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it.
Of less than 8 square meters.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Amaya on second. Pat on at first with 2 down. Hit hard on the ground is short. Off balance throw in time.
Each day, the surgeons make their rounds.
1 down. Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Strike 1 is so critical in an at-bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Vientos snags it for the second out.
I'd say you're lying if you say you don't feel a 5-game losing streak. This W definitely helps them relax a little bit and take some of the pressure off from it going to a 6, 7, or even an 8-game losing streak.
If they seem cautious, it's because a veritable arsenal is found on the inmates each day.
Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. Bye-bye. A massive home run. Home run number 40 on the year. It's 1-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy.
Very dangerous, but the dangerous ones are the small, skinny ones. These are because they have the ability to pierce and penetrate.
High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
The gang issue is in the jail.
Bottom of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Toby Hickey. Montas back to work.
This is
just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite.
Released after 6 months for aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon.
That was blasted to the moon. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they grab the lead. It's 3-2.
How was it? I mean, jail is jail. Some violence happened. I was there, they said I was guilty.
Felt good. Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job.
J-Ron, a former All-Star, 34-year-old vet, and he's a native of Colombia. Fought off foul.
After leaving jail, the first thing that Swag does is to visit the cemetery.
Next pitch is outside.
This tombstone belongs to his younger brother, nicknamed JoJo. He died from gang bullets last year.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Bounced up the middle. On to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Vientos makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors.
They were like 2 peas in a pod.
And up next for Chicago, Toby Hickey. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
The Black Disciples. One song was even
Brother takes off. And a foul ball.
Swag and JoJo grew up in Englewood, one of the poorest and most violent areas of Chicago. Here, it's a vicious cycle.
The 0-2. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at first, one away. Wouldn't chase that time.
The only things they do all day are rap, drink, and smoke joints. But now,
that misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It's your own we crazy. We go psycho.
On the ground to third, might be 2. To second for 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So they go quietly there.
These boys are joking around.
Hickey really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. And 3 hits, 2 of them homers.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boo. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
With their fearsome appearance, they continue rooting for their buddies. Until now, they haven't sealed their fates in gang violence.
To hit.
JoJo became their emblem. Swag likes to tell about his little brother.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. No ball. He circles the bases. That's his 5th homer of the series. The Cubs strike first. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
He was a shy child who smiled and behaved. Angel-faced. A good student. But his father was absent. And when JoJo was 12, everything fell apart. His father was locked away for drug and arms trafficking.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Another homer. His 6th of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Who wanted to meet the Black Disciples, the gang that JoJo declared war with.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well.
It took 1 month of negotiations before they agreed to talk to us. The meetup took place in this project, at the heart of their territory.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0. Zingy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
They swagger into the project, one hand always on the gun.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with his swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching.
Runner on at first with one gone. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. And now the lefty get on the ground to the right side. And it's through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch to play.
And next for the Cubs, Toby Hickey. 3 for 3, and he's homered 3 times.
They tell us that those thousands of dollars come from selling drugs.
Don't be afraid, let it fly.
The money will go to buy guns.
And that's outside, and that's ball 1. And that one's fouled off.
Heavy artillery. Shot right for real.
Easy to find. Real easy.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Kill something, you score. Yeah, they gonna keep you with something thick. If you gonna score, you gonna have something thick on you. I'm telling you. If you want to live, yeah.
Man at second.
If you want to die, don't use it. You'll die.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
The Black Disciples have a party planned. They let us get in the car.
The 1-2.
Their hideout is just a few blocks away.
This one lifted in the air, left field.
The route is dangerous.
And there's one down.
JoJo World territory.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence.
Before getting out of the car with their goods, one person showed us their carefully packed cargo. A dozen doses of heroin.
This is for you?
Yeah, man.
You sell it?
Yeah.
That's right. That's what you earn money.
The Black Decibels meet up on the 3rd floor of this building. The party will reveal information on JoJo's death. The gang rents this house to throw parties and sell drugs.
We don't sleep here, we get our money.
One room serves as a garbage can.
Trap shit, real trap shit. Real trap shit.
It's a slum. In a haze of joint smoke and alcohol, a young boy, barely 15 years old,
And welcome
explained
into the
why his
ballpark.
gang
Happy to have you
killed
with.
JoJo.
One down. Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. Knocked in 3 of their 4 runs in yesterday's game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Castillo, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. The 1-0. Just missed.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Right-hander kick steals. And a foul ball.
To this day, JoJo's murderer has not been arrested.
2-1 now.
But chances are
Rolled
that this
softly,
death
but that goes
will not
foul.
be left unpunished. Yet some neighborhoods have managed to put an end to the circle of violence.
Here comes a pitch.
They still live in ghettos. Yet
Hit
these are
hard,
right
that
in
gets
their
through.
communities.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
The banks of Lake Michigan. One area looms large, Boys Town.
Patrick Wisdom, the next Cub to hit.
But these bad boys are not gangsters. Here is Hollywood Beach, Chicago's gay
Swing and a
beach.
chopper. Whips it to Moore. Now 2 away.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
We are far from the gang wars of the South
2
Side.
outs. That's to third, Urias. And that is the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
No gangsters or guns here.
That's actually what we
Every weekend?
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Tosses to first, got the out.
That was a productive at-bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help.
This is their neighborhood. 4 blocks and 18,000 residents. It is an oasis of calm, populated mostly by
And he
men,
can't come up with
rich
it.
and white. There's no graffiti.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
Runner on the goal. It's through for a hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Now he's captain of the Boys Town nightlife.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
And if you don't, what happens?
And the pitch. That one to first. Hickey steps on first for the out.
Boog, that's a good at-bat
Sean is
simply because they
meticulous with his
found a way to
appearance.
move both.
Feeling beautiful is part of his job.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Chicago
And it
was the
skips into
nation's
their
first city to have a designated
measures 5
gay
feet
district.
8 inches, 200 pounds,
Inevitably,
and he's a former
homosexuals
rookie of
reign
the year.
supreme, and they
That
celebrate.
one back up the middle, and it gets through.
It is June
So a 2 out
30th.
knock keeps the inning alive.
850,000 people have come from across the Midwest.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of...
Runner on the go. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
And he grounds one to the right side. Corner. They take the force out, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Toby Hickey. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite.
And how many are they?
A gigantic blast. Home run number 45 of the year. It's 9-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Siggy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Pat Quinn is a heterosexual, married, father of 2, and governor of Illinois. The gay community is a much sought-after voting base. Gay pride is an essential
hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous
Toby Hickey, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered here in this one.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Elected in 2003, the gay councilman never forgets his neighborhood's influence in the city.
Out to short, Crawford. And he beats it. He's safe.
If homosexuals receive so much attention, it is only because they manage a serious feat. They succeeded where the police failed.
At the plate. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez
this was one
under
of the
it.
city's most dangerous
Squeezes it, and that'll do it.
Can you hear me okay, or am I talking to you?
Jim is one of the first homosexuals
played brilliantly despite the loss. 4 hits, one of them a homer.
No, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
Jim this place in the 1980s. Next to back then,
Toby Hickey getting ready to hit.
His bar is worth a fortune.
So telling you a little more about Roscoe's, this neighborhood was not the great neighborhood it is now.
Slider misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next offering is foul back.
A risky bet. Given the neighborhood back then, poverty,
swings over the top of that one.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Not even close there. And that's ball 2.
Millions of dollars in police reinforcements, entrepreneurs have managed to make this one of the most lived-in places in